by the AM First Radio Network and distributed by Global American Broadcasting, the Gab Radio Network.
The revolution starts now. You're about to enter the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. The Jake and Cliff Show is on. Showing you how real estate investing can make your dreams, your future, your financial freedom, your reality. And now, your hosts, Jake and Cliff.
Okay, this is Jake, and Cliff is here. We've stopped deferring his he just barges in and speaks. He doesn't even let me do an elaboratory explanation as to why we allow him to speak so early in the show anymore. The reason we do is, A, because he does things like this anyway, and it's just, it's like trying to control a kid. Finally you get tired of it, you just let him go. But also because he laughs like that, and it doesn't work. You try things, they don't work, you move on. So we are here with Cliff, and Cliff is really quite a guy. Cliff is a real live real estate expert, and that's what we always talk about with him. He's real, he's live, he's here. Cliff?
Hi, I'm Cliff. I'm here.
You look at the microphone like, a dog would look at a bone or something.
Yes. Well, I've
Well, let me just say that we are the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show, and our on-air number for those who want to call in is 888-909-1050, and our off-air number is 800-396-1501. And Cliff, for people where we're going to be and find out more about it, what is the URL?
The URL is www.liverealestateevents.com.
Call it a URL anymore. I mean, URL for Universal Resource Locator.
Yeah, but they just call it websites now.
You think, right. I mean, does anybody even know what that means? Does anybody know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
I don't think so.
You're going to have to stop me. If so, I can't imagine what. No.
Oh, my God. No, stop. No, the website is www, and you don't even have to type in the www anymore, Jake. That's how advanced we're getting. Pretty soon you're just going to have to press your thumb on the screen, and it'll read your neural brain patterns, and it'll take you to the website that you want to go, which is liverealestateevents.com.
I know, to say nothing of the HTTPS.
I know.
//
Yeah, no, not anymore. But yeah, we're going to be in Irvine this coming weekend, Jake. We're going to be in Irvine, California. We're going to be doing our now famous property tour. And it's a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be in Irvine, California. If you want to learn where it's at and how to register for your free reservation. It's an RSVP. You can't get the free tickets at the door. They're $1 million if you just show up.
Right.
If you just show up, it's $1 million to get in. So make sure you go online to Live Real Estate.
We take that $1 million and we put it in a very special fund. It's the Jake and Cliff.
It's the Jake and Cliff
Fun Fund.
Yeah, Fun Fund. That's it. That's it. But yeah.
That's what we do with that.
So when you go to the website, you'll see a little video. Watch the little video to give you some information about what's going to be covered and what we're going to do, and then go ahead and put your name and your email address in on the page there, and we will send you tickets to attend the event absolutely free. And Jake, a lot of people out there charge thousands. There's some that charge hundreds, but there's some that charge. I think we heard there was one out there for their weekend little getaway where they go and look at houses and stuff. $27,000.
Yeah, that's right. That was stunning. Just stunning.
I can't imagine, spending $27,000 for a weekend.
Well, and the killer thing is that the people had to leave their home state literally to go to another state. I think it was in Arizona, in order to do it. And B, the person who told us this came up to us and said, I have learned more in 2.5 hours. In the first 2.5 hours, we don't go out on the bus. The first 2.5 hours on Saturday, we talk about other things. But she came up to us and she said, I've learned more in 2.5 hours from you guys than I learned paying $27,000 to this other group going on the bus tour. And it wasn't even in my home state. It wasn't even, the next city over.
Right.
It was the next state over. I had to go.
Yeah.
And so the reason why we point this stuff out is because, hey, this is important stuff. You go on a bus tour. We actually teach you things, because one of the things that we do here and that we really feel is important is education. We like to educate people, and we have all sorts of people who come who want to be educated, even other perhaps competing parties, shall we say, come and they wish to be mentored, and we find that they're talking about our stuff online. But we feel this is kind of a movement. And we want to educate the people. Education is something that the people do not get on these other tours. So stop, what Einstein said about what the definition of insanity was, right?
Yeah.
He said, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah. It's like banging your head up against the wall and expecting it to sooner or later not hurt anymore.
Right. So actually, I would say, if you've been going to these things for the education, which I used to do, I mean, I've talked about this when I first started out in the 80s. I went to these events, and I was hoping, I had 4 kids, I had a wife, I was very busy taking care of all that, and I had limited funds, and I just thought, boy, if I could just go to one of these events and maybe get something that I could begin to work on with myself.
A nugget. You wanted a nugget.
I just wanted a nugget. I just wanted a little sliver that I could hang my hat on, so I could maybe begin to go out and do these things like our students regularly do. And there was none of that. There was none of that to be had. And what was worse, it seemed like they tormented you and enticed you. Like they were going to talk about something, but we'll get to that later, and they never got back to it. And
well, Jake, that's because
that's
what they were. That's the thing. Everybody goes to these things looking for the answer, of how do I do this? What do I got to do? And then what they do is they go to these things, and some of them are free. Some of them they pay a lot of money for, ridiculous amounts of money. But they really never get the step-by-step instructions on how to go find a house, how to evaluate it, how to do the math. and what the math is, and you have to object.
No, I'm not objecting. I'm just we're preaching from both sides of the fence here. We're arguing on both sides of the fence. This is what you've been looking for. This is the proverbial holy grail of real estate education seminars. We're going to teach you these things. We're going to show you these things. We're going to take you out to various properties, and we're going to talk in depth about these things. We're going to tour them. We're going to go inside them when we can get in. Usually we can get in. We're going to go around them. Cliff is going to point out things from the outside about them that you can pick up right away. And then when you come back, we're going to teach you for another day.
Yes. A full day of everything to do.
You will be able to write these things down. We will not confiscate your notebooks when you're leaving the classroom. You will be able to do this.
And you can talk to everybody in the room. It's not like you have to be secretive and not talk or tell anybody anything.
That's right. Some of them, they say you can't talk to anybody about this.
Yeah. So come, spend a weekend with Jake and I, spend a weekend with our team, learn how to do this, and get the real truth of what's going on in this industry. The industry's changing, and it's going to I think we're crushing the industry. In fact, a lot of people, and I want to talk about it when we get back from our break, it seems like people are really watching us. And it seems like...
I know, it's weird.
It's very
really
weird. And it's kind of scary because it's like
very scary.
Jake and I teach a certain way, and it really works. The people that come to our events love us. They love the information that we give them. They love the fact that they're like, oh my God, I really learned how to find a house, how to fix it up, how to sell it in only 2 days. And, Jake, we can't tell them everything in 2 days,
right,
but
we tell them a lot.
They can walk out of there, start working with a realtor, start working with the hard money lenders, start working with other joint venture partnership situations, find the properties, get them under contract, turn that house and that property into profits. And that's what everybody wants to do, and that's what everybody sells out there, that they're going to tell you they're going to show you how to do it, and then they never do, or they charge you, $30,000-$40,000 to do that. We're going to deliver it on this weekend. So this weekend, Irvine, California, liverealestateevents.com, and the phone number is, Jake?
800-396-1501. And this is what I love about this place. I mean, I may choose to have events in this hotel forever after, just because the name is so great. You know what the name is? The name is the Courtyard Irvine.
Wait. Tell them when we get back from break.
Oh, we're going. Okay, we're out. We'll tell you when we get back. We got to save something for the next part.
Yep.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Do you have a great idea for a radio show but have no idea where to start? Or have you been hosting a podcast for a while and want to take it to the next level? If so, you need the Gab Radio Network. To host a show on the Gab Radio Network, all you need is your voice, and we'll handle the rest. From technical engineering to full-service audio production and much more. Every show on the Gab Radio Network can be heard on our station on the TuneIn Radio app. Plus, we put all of our shows on our satellite, which is accessed by over 5,500 stations. And here's the best part. You can host from anywhere you want. There are many means to connect to the Gab Radio Network remotely, and our staff of highly trained engineers and producers will make you sound like you're right here in studio. So, if you want to be on the Gab Radio Network, the same network that hosts the Small Business Advocate, Radio MD, and the Federalist, send an email right now to sales@gabradionetwork.com. That's sales@gabradionetwork.com.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
And we are back. That's right. And for those of you who want to call in, we want to give you our number. It is 800-396-1501. I'm sorry, that's the off-air number. The on-air number is 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. The off-air number for those of us who are listening at a different time or a different day.
Oh my God.
396-1501. And we invite
Jake, turn your fan off.
Invite you to call in with your questions.
I think there's a hurricane over there.
Okay.
Couldn't hear anything. Go ahead, start over.
What we were talking about before I was so rudely interrupted was the name of the hotel where we're having the event. It's just great. I mean, it's just, listen to this name. It's the Courtyard Irvine John Wayne Airport, Orange County. It's great. I love this name.
They made that because of Twitter. They knew that they had 144 characters or 140 characters, and they wanted to utilize all of them.
But that's where it is. It's at where we're going to be on next Saturday and Sunday, June 9th and 10th, is the Courtyard Irvine John Wayne Airport, Orange County.
It is.
For those of you who can't remember the name, it's on 2701 Main Street in Irvine. And that is where we're going to be. We invite you to get there early, not too early.
8:30.
8:30 will be okay.
Yeah, that's real early for us.
Kind of have a registration period between 8:30 and 9, and
yeah.
People find their seats and they mill about and they talk and they get to know us, and then after that's done, we have several forms for them to sign and registration, so we know who they are and all of that good stuff, all of that typical stuff that you go through. So anyway. We'll be talking about that more, and if you listen during the week, you will hear more messages about the Irvine event, and we want those of you who missed the Rancho Cucamonga event, which there were some amazing ones who did.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Some of the odd stories of people who actually heard us on Controlled Chaos in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
And on Tobin in the morning. But that couldn't make it, but they swore up and down that they wanted to make it. So here's your chance. June 9th and 10th, travel down to Irvine, which is, of course, is a short hop from where most of us are, and see us again, or see us actually walk in the door this time. Some of them made it into the lobby, and then they...
Yeah, we had one guy who show up and register, signed in, came in, sat down for like 3 minutes, and then he was like, "Oh, I gotta go." And I was like, "Okay, you can't learn anything in 3 minutes. I'm pretty damn good, Jake, but I'm not that good."
Not that good. I'm not that good either. I agree with you. We're going to be having the event, like I said, and we have, Cliff, as you know, certain messages that we always talk about, and one is the personal financial revolution. Yes. And we could talk about these things. You could say at length. You could also say ad infinitum, or ad nauseam, or at the point where everybody throws up. Enough with the personal financial revolution. But we believe in this, and it's more important than ever in the economy that we live in, which increasingly is acting more on middle-class families and lower middle-class families, and certainly poor people, to say nothing of, to keep them from having the kind of life that they all dream of, that we all dream of. We all want the same thing. This is a common mass traction kind of economic thing. Everybody wants it. And that's what the personal financial revolution is about. Now, we're not going to, we could talk about that at length. We won't right now. But we want to talk about something today, and Cliff, I think I want you to take the lead on this a little bit, which is the concept of the fake training. And what we say is that the old, and we put the word fake in quotation marks, which means that we qualify what we mean when we say fake training.
Sure.
It's training that does not really get you from point A to point B. And all of a sudden, and it's weird because, I mean, people are listening to the show. I had no idea the kind of people who are listening to the show because of, and Cliff, baby, at that point, I'll just step off and I'll let you handle it.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on in the fake training message? Looks like it's getting out. Looks like somebody's heard it.
It is. It is. Well, you know, one of the things that we do is we try to eliminate the fake training. We try to, and when you qualify fake training, it's I've been doing this a very long time, since 1991. Gosh, since 1991, 92, and what I've learned is as I went through and did real estate my own self, you know, doing the buy, fix, and sell, and starting in the beginning of that. I didn't have, I didn't go to real estate seminars and then get into the business. I was actually in the mortgage business, and I started working with investors that were flipping houses. So I saw exactly what they were doing, how they were doing it, and that's pretty much what I modeled my business on over the next 20, 25 years. And what I found is I've always looked for the other little methods. You know, you hear it on, well, this was back in the day before the internet. And, the internet was very new. And when you would hear somebody say, oh, I'm doing it this way, it's a new way of doing things, you would look at it and you would observe it. And for someone that has knowledge of how the system works and how everything works, you could look at it and say, oh my God, that's not even going to work even a little bit. And if it does work, it'll be the 1 in 1,000th time you've tried it that it'll actually put a deal together. And it just sounds really cool and sounds really great, but it just really doesn't work. And when you're in the business and you're in the know of how this works, you instantly see something like that, and you instantly understand that it could work, but it's really not your best investment of your time and your efforts to put those types of things together, because they just aren't going to give you the return versus the amount of effort that you're going to put into it.
It's like that old saying where too many people spend 80% of their time doing what gives 20% of their return, and only 20% of their time doing the things that are giving them 80% of their return.
Exactly.
Therefore, why wouldn't you spend your time doing that 20%?
Right.
Why would you do the 80%?
Right.
That's really not bringing in anything.
And that's why, you know, as an example, you know, sending letters to people that are in foreclosure, I mean, everybody's doing it. I talked to somebody about 3 weeks ago that was in that situation. It was somebody that I knew, and they were in the foreclosure process, and I was trying to help them. And, of course, you know, everybody has their own personal ideas of how they want to run their life. But I saw the amount of mail pieces that this person was getting, and literally in the 3 or 4 months that they had been going through this process, they kept going back and forth with the bank, 60 or 70 mail pieces. And, you know, when you think about that,
is this the letters, the yellow letters?
Letters and postcards and personally handwritten stuff.
This is the kind of stuff that they tell you.
Yeah.
This is what we mean by fake training, because they don't map it out so that you know how ridiculously problematic this is to implement.
It was the same message.
Yeah.
I buy houses and I can close quickly.
Yeah.
And this person wasn't even opening those letters or envelopes or anything. So I find it humorous. To me, that's fake training. And usually the people that are teaching something like that are selling you the mail services.
Right.
You know, we can even hook you up with the mail services, and it's only 10 seconds left to go.
All right, well, we're going to
see you after the break.
And we've got some very interesting stuff going on here. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show on KCAA and affiliates.
You're You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. Realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Okay, and I am Jake, and Cliff is here too. Say hi, Cliff.
Hi, Cliff.
Okay. Worked just as I planned. Yeah. All right.
It's like Martin and Rowan. See, a lot of people don't remember that. Say goodnight, Dick. Goodnight, Dick.
I know.
Dick Martin and Rowan.
Okay, so our on-air number for those who like to call in, notwithstanding the jollity and levity that is on display here every Saturday at 12 noon to 1 p.m. Our on-air number is 888-909-1050. We welcome your live calls. For those of you listening in another time zone or on another day, it's 800-396-1501. And the website where people can find out all sorts of things about us, Cliff, is?
LiveRealEstateEvents.com.
Okay. All right, and I want to get back to this fake training thing. Because we hit on a good example here. I really like this. Yeah. This is one of the things that we mean when we say fake training. Is this a technique for contacting people that could help you to do real estate? Is it? Yes.
Well,
is it a really good technique? Probably not. And from there, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. So, like just going back to those letters, going to the foreclosure people. A lot of people don't even open those things up, and a lot of people spend $5, $6, $7, $8,000 mailing those out. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do that to find really good deals on properties. Jake, one of the things that I found, and a lot of people don't understand, we're going to do a little teaching moment here. A lot of people don't understand that when the bank takes back the property, it goes into a portfolio of other properties that they have taken back. And whether they have one in their portfolio or 5,000 on a nationwide basis, it all comes into a spreadsheet. And on that spreadsheet, it doesn't specify if it's the singular house or if it's the lot of all of the houses together in their portfolio. So in other words, you might have a $100,000 house that had a $100,000 mortgage that they'll sell for $20,000 or $30,000 because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the grand picture of all the other properties. They might have had $1 million house that had a $100,000 mortgage on it that they took back and they sold for $800,000. They keep that profit. They make profits on these things. So if you look at the balance of the scale at the end when they do the balance sheet, that's what matters to them. So I've seen properties where a $300,000 or $400,000 house has gone for $100,000 or $150,000 because the bank can let it go, and that's not even getting into the aspects of mortgage insurance or what did they even pay for the loan to begin with. They might just have been the servicing company that bought the loan from the original lender, and they might have bought it at a discount because there are people out there, Jake, that will buy mortgages that do not perform. So let's say a guy named John owns a house and it has a $100,000 mortgage on it, and he hasn't made any payments on it in 6, 7, 8, 9 months. There's people out there that will buy that $100,000 mortgage for $40,000 or $50,000. The lender gets $40,000 or $50,000, moves on, and you know they take a hit, but they're glad to because they don't even want to deal with it. And this happens all the time because it's a non-performing note. And that person that buys it for $40,000, $50,000 then goes on and just tries to make the person make payments. If they don't get to some sort of satisfactory payment schedule and the guy just flat out doesn't pay, then they foreclose on that property on the $100,000 note, even though they paid 40 or 50 grand for it, but they get credit for that $100,000 note.
They sure do.
Like if they had $100,000 invested in it.
They're buying a discount. They're getting it at a discount.
Exactly. So what happens is, you know, we come along and we offer them $60,000 for the house. The realtors out there are going, oh my God, they'll never take that. There's no way that they could take a $40,000 hit. And yet the guy that's selling that paid 40 or 50, let's say 40 grand for it. He's going to make $20,000 profit plus. I'm not going to go into the pluses, but there's tax benefits for him. There's mortgage insurance just in case, you know, that gets paid off as well. And that all goes along with that note that he purchased at a discount. It's just like if I buy your car, Jake, and it's worth $40,000 and I buy it for 10 grand and I sell it to somebody for $35,000 and finance it, I've only got 10 grand into it. So if you stop paying and I sell that to somebody else for 5 grand, I don't know, maybe I just went over everybody's head. The long story short is you don't know what that person, the seller, whether it's a bank, someone in foreclosure, someone in a bad situation because of finances, divorce, job situations, you don't know what their motivating factor is to sell that house. And it's not always how much money can I get for it. A lot of people, I know people that go through divorce, Jake, and they just want to get rid of the house because it reminds them of the marriage. Right. You know, and that's a powerful factor. A lot of people don't want to be, especially if there was bad circumstances in there. It could have been a death in the family, you know. It could have been the parents' house, and you just want to get rid of it because you just don't want to see that house anymore because of the circumstances. So, but most of the people selling houses today think it's all about money, and it's really not. So going back to those letters and going back to fake training, there's a lot of ways to understand how to find properties in this. But the only single way, Jake, is to make an offer. The only way to find out if this is ever going to work is if you put in an offer. And the only way you can put in an offer that makes sense is if you know what you're doing. So that's why we don't give you fake training. We teach you how to figure it out, how to find it, how to put the offer in, what to put in the offer. A lot of people will say, go put an offer in on it. We show you how to write the offer. We show you what verbiage to use. We show you exactly what to say in the offer, and then how to take it all away. If you come to the event, and you'll find out the takeaway is even better than the give. So, and then when you get it under contract, what do you do after that? Then you got to fix it up. You got to sell it. You have to do all of these things to turn it into profits. Because nobody, Jake, I don't think there's anybody out here that does this. Oh, let's go flip houses, not to make profits, just to have fun.
Right.
I think everybody is, looking to do this to get into the business of making money.
Right.
So we teach you how to do that. And literally, Jake, people will say, you can leave Cliff's free weekend and go out there and buy houses, fix them up and sell them, and never have to go to another training again. That's because that's why we teach you this way. Are there more things to learn? Absolutely. Can we give you more stuff? Absolutely.
Yes.
Can we help you along the way? Absolutely. And that's what this is all about. And when you look at it and you see other people starting to do the exact same thing that I've been doing, Jake, I've been doing bus tours, putting people on buses and taking them to houses since 1999 at least, and it could be even back to 1997.
Now, this is one of the things that, if you will pardon me, because I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but you really are the one who started these bus tours, aren't you?
Well,
Would that be fair to say?
Well, it was being done, but it was being done in a manner not in respect to teach people how to buy properties and fix them up and sell them. What was happening was it was used as filler in the training to make people feel like they were getting value for the amount of money they were spending to learn how to flip houses. In other words, they were called mentor classes. And all of the trainers that I was working with and saw was in this business when I first got in back in a company in Florida, not one of the people that was taking them on the bus tours was a house flipper. They didn't even flip houses. One guy was a contractor, one guy knew a contractor, and another guy parked next to a contractor at a Holiday Inn. You know what I mean? And the funny thing was, when I saw what was happening and what was being taught, they weren't doing what needed to be done to teach. So that's when I kind of took over that whole department and started teaching people how to look at the house, go in the house and look at the different things, not as a contractor, but as a house flipper, as a investor, as a real estate investor. And, you could go in there as a contractor all day long and be wrong, completely wrong about this business. But when you walk in as an investor and you look at the dollars being spent, where to spend them, how to spend them, what things need to be fixed, what things don't need to be fixed, that's the difference. So in 1990, I think it was 97, 98, 99-ish, it's been a long time ago, that's when I started teaching the classes and taking people on a bus. And we'd go to the courthouse because there was no internet to look everything up online. And we'd go to Home Depot because you couldn't look up on a website to see what materials to use. And then we'd spend a whole day in training. And that's what I've done. I've taken this class that works. It's time tested. It's produced investors. It's produced profits for investors over the last 25 years. And I've created this 2-day event that we do that we'll talk about more when we get back.
And right, we still do have a little time, but I wanted to let people know that for those of you who missed the Rancho Cucamonga event, we're holding down at the Courtyard Irvine John Wayne Airport, Orange County on 2701 Main Street in Irvine, and that is going to be the June 9th and June 10th. And we will be back to talk about this and more things in just a moment. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff's strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Well, Jake would be talking right now because he's got his microphone muted.
All right, we're back right now for what I am sorry to say is our last segment.
I know, it's so short.
And it's the time in the show when we do it like we did it at Rancho Cucamonga a couple of weeks ago, where we say, and now it's time for the last segment. And everybody goes, oh, we just wish that Jake and Cliff could continue on and on, ad nausea. I mean, ad infinitum, because we love it so much. Anyway, we can't. But we want to tell you once again about the event. You'll be hearing about that more this week, but it is on Saturday and Sunday, June 9th and 10th in Irvine at the Courtyard Irvine John Wayne Airport Orange County Hotel at 2701 Main Street. In this final segment, if we do have anybody who wants to call in, we want to hear from you. Our on-air number is 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. For those of you who are listening in other areas or time zones, 800-396-1501. And Cliff, the URL, the website is?
Well, if you want to go to the event this coming weekend in Irvine, I suggest that you go to liverealestateevents.com, and that's events with an S. So it's liverealestateevents.com. Register for the event, get your free tickets. You can bring a friend with you if you want. So just make sure that when you register that you send an email. You'll see the email you get there. And just give us a shout that you're going to be bringing a friend with you. And if you are on Facebook, you can look me up on Facebook and see that I've got the link posted there as well. And Jake is not on. Well, Jake, you're not on Facebook that much because it's more of a privacy thing. And I agree that one of the things that Jake is going to teach on this weekend is all about keeping your privacy and making your assets what would the word be? Invulnerable? Unvulnerable?
Well, invulnerable is I think not vulnerable would be the way to describe it. There's I mean, and the privacy aspect is good. I don't want to get too detailed here, but we've bargained little by little our privacy away, and the social media makes it appear so that that's okay and everything is okay, but they forget lessons like in pre-Nazi Germany, Paris, the police there had records on everybody. And so when the Nazis came in, they took over the police stations. They knew who everyone was. They knew who they were. They knew what their religion were. They knew what their habits were, because the Parisians were, the French were surveilling their own people. And I don't want to get into that too much, but I've always been a little bit reluctant to give out that kind of information too freely. But people do it, and it's good for some things. Definitely good for some things, just as long as we can keep it going. But what I teach is I teach a way or the concept of how important it is to keep your financial affairs private.
Amen.
So that people don't know your financial affairs, and I show you how to do that. Yeah. And I also show you that the ways that it's talked about to do that are really not the best ways, and I explain why. And it's very interesting. I mean, you were there at Rancho. They stood up and applauded at the end of the event.
Because when people realize
that's pretty good.
Jake, this goes back to the whole
than that.
This goes back to the whole fake training issue. Is a lot of the information out there that's taught to people or sold to people or even set up that way is fake. It's not their best interests involved, because it's set up in a way that really should not be done. And when you were up there and you identified to the people in the room exactly the mistakes that people make in setting up their structuring of how they set up their business, how they set up their affairs, how they set up their financial affairs, how they set up their financial assets, the way everybody's teaching is really fake. And people applauded you when you got off of the stage, because they were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!"
I knocked that one out of the park. And the funny thing is, and why I talk about this is because this isn't exactly a Major League Baseball or football or Lady Gaga or the exciting world of movies or something exciting to everybody. It's comparatively dry stuff. And so if I can get up and talk about that stuff and have everybody applaud for me, and they literally all applauded, and they did it spontaneously. You didn't even turn on the sign like I usually ask you to do. The sign was off, and they just applauded. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have a sign. No. But they just applauded, and I thought, boy, if people are really that interested in this, maybe we've got something here. So I invite you to come for that. I am going to be speaking. Cliff is going to be there, but I am going to be there also. And we will be there for the whole 2 days, and we will talk about this. Yeah. And it is something that everybody needs to know. Cliff?
Well, Jake, you always tout me as the expert when it comes to real estate, and I appreciate that. And I kind of relate to that, because I feel over the years I've gained that expertise in actually doing things. And then whereas you are the expert when it comes to helping people set their affairs up that way because of the legal work that you've done over the years and the expertise that you have. And we're giving this away, people. We're giving it away for free. So you got to come to Irvine. I know we're kind of being really, really pushy on this, but we could teach you over the air here on the radio show, but really you need to have all of your senses immersed into the aspect of getting to see the properties, getting to see the strategies, learning and walking through the steps, because we literally take you through the steps of, maybe even writing down and taking the notes of how you do this, and hearing Jake explain the dangers of the way everybody does things normally today, and how everything can be taken away from you. And then we top that off by showing you the houses. I mean, gosh, Jake, the smells alone are worth the trip.
Well, and I always talk about the one thing where my ex-wife said her father, one of the things he used to like to do is drive by other farms, and these farms had cattle on them, and the cattle they have a certain sort of a smell when you go by.
They do.
Just like when we were up in Fresno that one time, and we had that interesting thing with the cows fighting each other on top of the hill. But
Exactly.
he would always say that's the smell of money being made.
Money.
And you say the same thing.
Yeah, you walk in, you smell that B.O. cow, well, no, not cow poop, but cat smell and animal smells, and just the reluctance to clean smell, that's money. And when you smell that and you understand the aspects of how that works, that's what you learn on our training events over the weekend. We give you the ideas of what to look for, what to see, what to smell, and we teach you the avenues and the strategies to get to the profit. Get to the profit, money. And, liverealestateevents.com. Jake's got the phone number. We're out of time, Jake.
We're out of time. Join us June 9th and 10th. We're going to be broadcasting remotely from the Courtyard Irvine John Wayne Airport in Orange County, 2701 Main Street, Irvine, California. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show.
The Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. The real estate investing revolution has only just begun. Want more information on your own personal revolution? Go to realestateexpertonline.com or call 1-800-396-1501. The owners of the show, this station, or any of its affiliates want you to know that real estate investing is risky. You could lose your entire investment. Topics and opinions expressed in the show are for informational and entertainment purposes, not professional advice or even factual reporting. The owners disclaim any responsibility to supplement, correct, or modify the content of any broadcast. Nothing in this content shall be construed to create an agreement with this disclaimer, encourage evasion or disobedience to any law, or constitute a submission to jurisdiction in any state or country. Persons or entities referred to are entirely fictional. No reference to an actual person or entity is intended, but is entirely coincidental.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM.